Welcome back to World Affairs in Context, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent just told Fox News that the United States and Ukraine are finalizing a minerals deal. Of course, we knew that the former president of Ukraine and now dictator Zelensky was ready to sell what's left of the country. It was always a matter of when, not if. And Zelensky's when depended on just what he's offered in return. For the Ukrainian population, the deal means that generations of Ukrainians will effectively be cheap labor on their own land, paying off the billions pocketed by Zelensky's regime for generations to come. Kyiv Independent, a government-sponsored media outlet in Ukraine, reported Zelensky confirmed on March the 25th that the United States had proposed a major minerals deal based on a previous framework agreement. Trump then said both sides are close to signing it. The agreement's text is reportedly shocking, and it's not just shocking to us, and hopefully will be to you once I walk you through the details, but it is shocking even to members of the Ukrainian Rada, Ukrainian government. So what I did was I took one of the posts by the MPs from the Ukrainian government and used AI to translate it for you. Take a look. MP Zhelezniak discussed the details of the agreement in a post on Telegram. The MP said that the 58-page document was given to him by sources in the Ukrainian government. The Ukrainian MP writes, "I hope," he says, "the Ukrainian side will demand and achieve significant changes to this agreement." But the text that he saw was just terrible, he writes. All 18 sections of this agreement. This is a large and very specific agreement, and it is not in our favor, writes the MP. First of all, the minerals agreement is indefinite, meaning as a good colony, the Ukrainians will be stuck exploiting their natural resources for years and years to come, and then sending raw materials to the United States, who will be the direct beneficiary forever. The Ukrainian MP goes on to provide a really good summary of the deal. The fund, he writes, will be managed by 5 individuals, 3 of whom are from the United States with full veto power. The minerals agreement covers all minerals, meaning oil, gas, both new and already existing, or those that are already been mined, across the entire territory of Ukraine. Both state and private companies may mine the resources. The money is immediately converted into foreign currency and is withdrawn abroad. This means that neither the raw materials nor any proceeds from these resources will stay in Ukraine, just a very small fraction of it, if that. Let's move on. If for some reason something is not done on our part, we, Ukraine, has to pay extra, he writes. The U.S. contribution is the assistance already provided and pocketed by the Zelensky regime since 2022. They can take a profit at their own discretion. Moreover, they are the first, meaning the Americans, they're the first to receive royalties from the fund, which is I'm assuming 4% of the total revenue, and only then Ukraine can collect anything that remains. The agreement is indefinite. Changes can only occur with the permission of the Americans, and they can also terminate it. So the Ukrainians will not even have a right to terminate this indefinite minerals agreement. It is absolutely unbelievable. The MP writes that the United States also has the right of the first refusal to all new infrastructure projects and the right to veto the sale of resources to other countries. He concludes, no security guarantees, not even hints. Effectively, the Trump administration is seeking to transform what's left of Ukraine with a poverty rate of nearly 25% as of 2022. Imagine where it stands now, 3 years later. So the Trump administration is seeking to transform Ukraine into an economic colony. What happens to a colony? Well, All we have to do is just look at the majority of African countries. The European colonizers extracted human capital and they extracted natural resources while failing to invest even the bare minimum to deliver basic necessities to their populations. Extracting raw materials at low cost, shipping that raw material abroad where it can be converted to finished goods, and then sold back to these impoverished nations with a markup. That was the definition of colonialism. That's how you close doors to any opportunities of development ever. It should be noted that Zelensky has already signed a deal with the United Kingdom. As part of the 100-year cooperation agreement between Ukraine and the UK would develop Ukraine's natural resources, maximization of benefits from Ukraine's natural resources, as it states here. The US-Ukraine Minerals Agreement is indefinite, and those who haven't been keeping up with the latest developments might still believe that dictator Zelensky represents and acts in the best interest of the Ukrainians. Well, hopefully now it's clear who this individual actually serves and who he has been serving. We still hear that Zelensky defends his tired narratives that Ukrainians are fighting for democracy and freedom. Well, Ukrainian men are taken off of the streets, beaten, and then sent to the front line by the regime to fight a war that they don't support. And he sells, at the same time, he sells Ukraine's infrastructure and resources to the parties that directly fund the proxy conflict. So it is not clear what freedom Zelensky is referring to. His true intentions are on full display as he's about to sign a deal that means a total looting of Ukraine into perpetuity. Effectively, Ukraine will become a colony and it will pay reparations forever. Not even the capitulated Nazi Germany was put in a position to sign an agreement of this nature. We'll see if Zelensky does sign the deal, if he goes through with it. It appears that he's very, very close based on the commentary from both sides. We have not yet seen a published draft, a full draft of this agreement from a reliable source. Once it is available, I will include the details on my Substack at worldaffairsandcontext.com. Please consider becoming a subscriber and supporting my work. It is very much appreciated. Remember to show your support, like, subscribe, and share. It really means a lot. It goes a long way on YouTube. And I will see you back here tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.